Hello and welcome to another episode of the Spoilt Milk Movie Podcast, where today we're going to be talking about Robin Hood and the Prince of Thieves. There's no "the" in there, is there? Is there?
The Robin Hood?
No, it's
Is
Robin,
it Robin
Hood,
Hood and
colon, Prince
of Thieves. There's no "and" there.
Oh,
It's
you were
just
at the start. The Robin
the
Hood.
Robin, the Hood, the Prince, the
Thieves.
Thieves. You can't spell thieves without "the," right? Oh, no,
Ives.
is it? Oh, Right, okay, so we don't really need to do introductions after that. You just heard the Hobo say hello, Hobo.
What?
And you heard Laura. How are you,
Hello.
Laura?
I'm good, thank you. How are
Long
you?
time no see.
It's been ages.
And yeah, it's me, Cham. I never know how to introduce myself.
Let me
the
introduce
Cham.
you. Here we have me, Cham.
Hello. The Cham. So before we get on to the film, we have got a top three that's been sent in by Kieran Johnson. He sent in a question before, but you know, it was such a good question and it fit what we were talking about that we just had to cover it, didn't we?
Kieran Johnson.
Yes,
Big old Johnson.
we did this last time.
Oh. I don't know if I've got
Can we
anything
mock
new for
Kieran?
Johnson.
Get a new joke.
All right. Son of John. Got him, right? That's like an Anglo-Saxon burn.
Moving on.
Tumbleweed.
what did Kieran want to know? Do you remember the specific question that he asked?
Top three
Franchises.
top
Top three
three.
franchises.
top three
Three.
franchises that should have been left the hell alone. And I imagine he did a sassy the hell alone.
A little click and a wiggle.
Exactly. I couldn't click my fingers, so I'm glad you clicked for me, Laura.
Laura, do you want to go first on this one? Because you said you've got two.
I got 1.5.
1.5. Yeah, you should go first then. Half the film should stop. The other half, keep going. Let's have a spin-off.
It isn't just a specific film. They just need to leave the Disney films alone.
Oh, right,
Just
okay
please
then.
stop it. Like, I'm excited for them, but just stop it. And I just don't need them. I'll watch them. I'm excited, but just leave them. I don't care.
So what do you even call them? They're not live action, but almost live action.
There's the Jungle
remix.
Book, Beauty and the Beast,
Cinderella.
Cinderella,
The
Lion King.
air
And...
quotes live action.
Mm.
That's the full title of the universe.
Do you know what? I was reading an article the other day that was talking about what are the most profitable remakes of all time, and Beauty and the Beast and Jungle Book were the top two, and they since the first time round they'd made $1 billion more this time. I was like, that alone is just gonna keep that churning.
I just want new ideas.
Yeah, I want new ideas.
You know what's interesting? Why does no one ever mention the Cinderella movie? I mean, I haven't even seen it, but no one says it's terrible. No one says it's good. They're just no one's like it's great. It doesn't seem to have
I think
done
that's why no one's mentioning it,
but
because it's just a bit meh.
is it just like it's just
I'm
very
guessing
average?
so. I've not seen it.
There's like a few things they do. Like, what's the Huntsman film with?
Oh, Snow White and the Huntsman.
Yeah, that was interesting because it wasn't a reboot as such. I don't think it was just like a little bit of a spin-off.
Well, The Lion King is a remake of Hamlet, so they took a well-known story and put lions in it and animals. Why don't they do that again? Do Romeo and Juliet with...
But have you also
crabs.
seen that? Why crabs?
I'm just thinking Sebastian
I
from
don't
The Little
know.
Mermaid
Yeah.
under the sea.
Yeah. And then he dies.
Oh, never see. I drink poison.
Long live Sebastian. The Sebastian.
The Sebastian.
But have you seen that Lion King was everyone believes it pretty much ripped off I think it is a Japanese animation called Kimber the Lion.
No.
There's a very good side by side, and it is just it's proper ripped off. There's a bad lion which has a scarred eye. It's much more friendly drawing. And much more like happy-go-lucky. But like the main difference is Kimber is a white lion rather than Simba just being a normal lion. But the original concept art for the Lion King had Simba as a white lion. So there's loads of things where people are like, no, they just ripped it straight off. And
Disney don't do that.
no, why
Disney
would
don't
they?
rip things off. No, I just don't need them.
Yeah.
I found it interesting, the Jungle Book one with the fire, because I didn't understand that as a kid. So it was interesting to see that part, but in general, just don't need it.
Oh, I haven't seen the remake. So
What do they call the fire in the Jungle Book again? What's it called?
Don't they call it like the flower or
Yeah,
man's red flower? Or
yeah,
something?
and they mention it in the cartoon, but you don't really pick up on it that much. And like, obviously, you being kids, you're like, oh, don't really care about that. And sort of watching it as an adult, they sort of elaborate on why they call it or the reason they say it's called the flower or whatever.
So that's what King Louis's after in the first one, the original.
See, I didn't even know that, and I've seen it as an adult.
What is it? Andy Serkis's his version of the Jungle Book, because it's based on an actual
Mowgli.
book. Yeah, that's coming out soon, and that's meant to be darker, like the original source material. Like that's something that anyone else could have made before now. And
that's how they should have rebooted it, the Grimm Brothers versions of all the Disney films. That would have been amazing.
Well, we've got Tim Burton's Dumbo. That could have a grim fairy tale.
Is Johnny Depp going to be in it?
No, he isn't. But Colin Farrell is going to be in it.
No, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to have to watch
it. And Eva Green, she's always good. So we've got Dumbo, then we've got Aladdin and Lion King all coming out within 12 months. Yeah, it's a bit much. And do you know what? I watched the Lion King trailer. I don't really like the Lion King, the cartoon, the animated version. No.
I love it.
I loved it as a kid and then watched it again as an adult and was like, yeah. And then I watched that trailer for the live action air quotes one and actually was like, oh, this looks good. I'm quite excited
cool
about
they've
it.
got the same guy doing Mufasa. I'm really bad with names.
Yeah, James Earl Jones.
How can you not like the original Lion King? You love musicals more than
me. What about
me.
the songs?
No, I don't think the songs are that great.
I just can't wait to be king.
Yeah, I don't
Hakuna
think
Matata. Have you ever sung
Yeah,
it?
Hakuna Matata. Yeah, Be Prepared's not great.
That's great.
Yeah.
I think Hobo's going to fall off his chair.
I liked Aladdin more. I'm still talking, this is still like an 8 out of 10 film, Lion King. But I mean, in the history of Disney, it's not one of my... I'd rather watch Aladdin or...
Oh, Aladdin's badass.
Probably would rather watch Beauty and the Beast and Little Mermaid more than Lion King.
He's judging.
And Mulan.
I'm going to move swiftly on.
Right, okay.
But
Disney remakes.
That's a spot on one. Yeah.
My half one, quickly, was I read about it. I don't know if it's true, but they're going to try and do Drop Dead Fred again. And rumours are supposed to be Russell Brand in it.
Oh, fuck off.
So
I like Russell Brand, but as a comedian,
that's
not as
just
an
a
actor.
rumour. So yeah, moving on swiftly.
Cham, do you want to go next?
It's up to you.
I think you should.
I had like a big list. There's quite a lot in there, but actually the one that I want them to just give up on now is The Predator. I'm done with Predator films now. I feel like the original Predator was lightning in a bottle. It was just that time and a moment and those actors, and from everything I've heard about what happened off screen, it was about them coming together and making this moment. All these muscly men all together.
Yeah,
sounds
they were being really macho with each other.
And they had like workout competitions in the morning, and Carl Weathers would tell them that he didn't work out, he just looked this good, but then snuck off to another gym and worked out in the morning in secret.
And I think there's something with Arnie. Like paid one of the costume people to tell one of the other guys when Jesse Ventura
about his chest size or his bicep size.
They lied about the bicep size or something.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that much.
So everyone thought he had the biggest biceps. But those guys together, they strip back. They just go into a jungle to do a mission, and then this beast comes after them, and they have to fight it. The whole ending with Arnie is great, where it's pretty much a silent film for half an hour. But then Predator 2 took the Predator to the city. It's kind of that old school go on holiday for the sequel kind of thing, but didn't really add much to it. There was not that much about it being in a city that added more than The Jungle had. It's actually a worse environment for that kind of film, I would say.
Oh, wait, Predator 2 is the one that you didn't do the podcast on.
And I like it. I actually quite like it, but it's not great. Alien vs. Predator 1 and 2 both awful, dreadful films. Predators, interesting idea about the humans being predators.
I didn't think that was bad,
executed.
but probably mediocre at best.
And then The Predator from this year.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
so no
it's available to
spoilers.
download now, but without spoilers, dreadful rendering of special effects, terrible editing, worse than what we were talking about last week with Fantastic Beasts, just like plot lines just falling off, cuts halfway through a scene, bad wigs at bits where you could tell it was reshoots, bad sexual politics. The female character gets naked for no reason whatsoever. Mistreating of an autistic character.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just bad, and I'm just like, just leave it alone. The first one was fine. We don't need another. Hobo.
Oh wow! I feel like you should have gone last because that's a strong one. Like it's two strong ones, and mine's going to be just a bit weak in the middle. So, I was thinking it was going to be the Transformers universe, but the new Bumblebee film
does look good.
Looks amazing. It looks
does.
like Iron Giant.
I haven't seen the trailer yet.
It does.
Yeah. Watch it. It'll
Iron
make you
Giant's
think of
so great.
Yeah, they've taken what was Iron Giant and done Bumblebee.
He's never seen the Iron Giant.
I know.
What?
I know. I was going to watch it on the plane. I really want to watch it.
Don't
but
watch it on a plane.
Yeah, I want it to be the right time. I've heard good things.
With a box of tissues.
Right.
Yeah.
Not
Is it sexual?
And some chocolates.
Right, okay.
Because it's very sexual.
Did they go up my bum?
Whatever you feel like doing. Whatever comforts you at the end of the film.
Right, okay.
Whatever Layla wants to do to you.
Yeah. I'll get something with a hard shell, like a minstrel.
Oh.
I like the idea of Layla's the one comforting you after watching it.
I don't get it.
But put another one in.
But yeah, with the new Bumblebee film, I'm actually interested in the first time since the first movie came out ever, like really interested.
It does look good.
So in that case, I'm gonna have to go for a Step Up universe.
The Step Up universe. What is it? Because you really liked the first one?
Because none of them were good, and there's like 5 or 6 of them, and they should have stopped at none, yet alone one.
Isn't Channing Tatum in these?
He's in at least the first one.
Yeah, and then it comes. I've not seen the second, but I know he appears.
The one with Channing Tatum in it.
Yeah, I quite liked it.
I mean, I'm saying this on purpose because I'll know if a certain person has listened to our podcast as well.
All right, okay then. The captain.
Yeah, the captain. He was a massive Step Up fan. Literally, whenever we'd speak to him, there'd be at least one reference to Step Up in it.
They are good films. I like the dancing in them.
No.
What is it? The third one with the guy with the curly hair?
I've only seen one.
Oh, I really like.
And
that
I'd
one.
also like to include in this same universe because it is the same nonsense dancing universe. What?
Stomp is the stage show.
No, it's something. Oh, I've forgotten it. It just literally dropped out of my head. But there's
all
another...
dancing films.
Yeah, all those sort of weirdly like. It's kind of like Fast and Furious, but dancing instead of cars.
Dancing and Furious.
So it's not. It's
Angry
not,
dancing.
It's no more about the people than Fast and Furious is. It's all about the dancing, which doesn't make for a good film. It's not.
I'm trying to think what film you're on
like
about.
Save for Last Dance is a good dancing film. It takes like a Shakespeare play and works.
Lord of the Dance.
No.
That's Michael Flatley.
Yeah, I love that. I really like it. I just wanted to bring it up because I like it so much.
Stomp the Yard.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, there is a film
I'm
called
thinking
that.
of. Yeah,
I don't know
I think
what
that's
you're
had a
thinking
couple
of.
of sequels as well.
No, that's it.
I think if it's the one I'm thinking of, yeah.
So just all dance films for you.
No,
because you're not a happy, jolly person.
I don't mind dance films, even if I don't like them. I don't. But these ones just seem they're not promoting anything positive. It's all
they are.
What? Dance your cares away. Isn't that the start of Fraggle Rock?
Well, no, in Step Up, like people, like they have that whole thing where it's like kids in the streets, and then they use dance to be happier and not commit crimes.
Because one of the kids dies, doesn't he, in the first one? What was he called? Like Shorty or something? Like, this one's for you, Shorty. And he didn't get to dance his future away. He danced his way to
the grave. That's a good name for a film. Dance your way to the grave.
Yeah. 5. I've got to give some other shout outs for ones that I feel like need to stop. Jurassic Park, for me, that needs to stop.
No, Chris Pratt is my king.
No, it's never been better than the first one. Indiana Jones needs to stop.
I agree
Absolutely.
with that one.
No, I'm willing to give that because the first 3 were good. It's only number 4 that was a bit iffy. I wouldn't mind giving that one more go before saying stop.
No.
I'm quite ready for Alien to finish.
Yeah.
But the last one, which really nearly got my top spot, was Pirates of the Caribbean. It needs to stop. I love the first one. I think the first one is a really good blockbuster.
1, 2, 3, and 5.
That's pretty much all of them.
No, I don't
You
like.
say you don't like 4. Is there a 6?
Don't like 4. There's no.
They're rebooting it, aren't they?
Are they actually rebooting it?
Yeah.
I think they're getting rid of John Depp and stuff.
JD.
Right, okay then. So what was our top 3s? So Laura, what was yours?
Just Disney. Stop Disney.
Good job they don't have their own streaming service coming out soon. Hobo?
Mine was Step Up Universe.
And mine was the Predator series. So we'll be back shortly to talk about the Robin, the Hood, the Prince of the Thieves. Bye!
Wait, what's the song? What's the opening song?